Hi, welcome back to my channel. 现在告诉我这又是什么鬼？
Sure, whenever you're ready. So, the latest angle here is that early career hiring might be thinning out faster than expected. Like where the Stanford data shows a much bigger relative drop for the 22 to 25 segment in AI exposed roles, while older workers don't show the same pattern. That's worrying because if the first rung weakens, the whole skill pipeline thins out. Question for you. Are we talking about AI replacing or revealing that some entry level jobs were mostly training programs in disguise?
So you think about this college should keep to join this occupation which affected by AI and to trying the new job generated by AI.
I don't think students should run away from AI exposed fields. That's too defensive. Better strategy, go in, but don't go in as a traditional junior. Build a solid foundation in the core domain, whether it's finance, design, law, or coding, but use AI to produce real outputs. Projects, demos, small products, that'll help you skip the thinnest rung. Also, keep an eye on emerging roles like workflow designer, AI product operator, data quality specialist, and so on. Those aren't always flashy, but they can build durable careers.
We don't need to fear about the AI affect the career, just to change angle to let AI to improve your ability, right?
Exactly. Treat AI as leverage, not a rival. Focus on building judgment, taste, and domain depth, the stuff AI can't easily do, and use AI to amplify your work. That mindset shift is probably more protective than trying to find a so-called safe field.
But we can see the AI really to let some of the traditional occupation come to reduce. So do you think about this short term that company to adapt to the AI the change or the long term?
You could put it this way. Do I think this is a short-term adjustment or a long-term change? I'd say both. Short-term experimentation and long-term restructuring. The routine IT tasks will probably keep shrinking, but higher leverage roles, system design, product thinking, and integration should remain valuable. So maybe the latter is getting rearranged, not removed. That kind of nuance might strengthen your podcast angle. You want me to keep tracking updates around this for your future episodes?
No, I just want to listen your thoughts about this currently the situation.
Yeah, so bottom line, in simple words, don't panic about it, but plan smart, aim above automatable tasks, and let AI boost your value rather than replace it.
Okay, we move to the next topic.
Sure. Send me the next topic and I'll help you break it down cleanly. This is basically about benchmarks versus production. The reported numbers sound great, work per watt and lower end-to-end latency, but they're still early, controlled tests. The hard test is months of real traffic, failures, cost per usable answer, and whether the software stack stays stable. My take is custom silicon can win in narrow places, but displacing Nvidia broadly, that's an ecosystem and supply chain marathon. For your show, maybe ask listeners, do we judge AI chips on benchmarks or real uptime in the wild?
So this inference chip, do you think about it is more important than the training chips?
Let me think through that. You can ask it like this. Do I think inference chips are more important than training chips? Here's my take. For business, yes, probably. Inference is where most of the long-term cost is, and latency matters to users. For cutting-edge capability, though, training chips are still king because they determine whether you can build the next model generation at all. So it's a split. Training for who leads the frontier, inference for who wins the economics and user experience at scale. That's a solid podcast line right there if you want it.
So Nvidia is just a king in the training chips, not in the inference chip. Because I see a lot of the AI company want to develop their shelf the inference chip, not the training chip. Why? What is the reason?
Not quite. Nvidia dominates both today, including high-end inference. The reason many companies start with custom inference chips is that it's easier to specialize since the workload is more predictable. You know your own model and traffic pattern. Training is brutal at scale. It needs bleeding edge networking, memory, software tooling, and NVIDIA's full stack is very hard to match. So companies attack inference first to save money and control latency while still relying on NVIDIA for frontier training.
Okay, we move to the next topic.
All right, ready for the next one. Send it over and I'll help you pull out the key tension. This is a really good topic. Creative tooling and legitimacy on one side, gatekeeping on the other. If big rights holders help design the tools, they might protect some artists, but also set the rules for everyone else. My take, it empowers creators only if the benefits flow down to individual artists, not just labels and platforms. Podcast line, if the fox helps build the henhouse, who really owns the egg?
This topic is that we discuss AI was a helper for the creator or the risk for the artist.
Exactly. You could say this topic lets us discuss whether AI is helping creators or creating new risks for artists. The key is to separate who you mean. Creator can mean small studios or hobbyists who benefit from cheaper tools, but artists often means the people whose work gets scraped or imitated. So your opinion could be framed like AI is a powerful creative accelerator, but the risk is artists losing consent and leverage. The problem isn't creation itself, it's control and compensation.
So like this, the stability AI, which is work, which is business model was to let AI generate the music.
Let me start that out. Not exact. Stability AI is more like a company that builds generative AI tools for images, music, video games, not just auto generating songs. Big entertainment investors want those tools shaped around their interests. So the deeper point for you is it's not just AI generating content, it's who gets to set the rules inside the tool. Simple phrasing you can use. This isn't only about AI making music, it's about who controls the creative machine.
So this news can let we think about the currently artists who can use these AI tools to improve their creative process.
And a natural phrasing might be this news pushes us to think about how artists can use AI tools to improve their creative process. I agree, it's worth exploring. AI can help in early and middle stages, brainstorming, rough drafts, style experiments, but the artist keeps the final say. Taste, story, meaning, all that. A simple line for your episode could be AI can speed up the process, but it shouldn't replace the creator's voice. If you
Okay.
want, I can help shape one or two lines into a clear stance statement for you.
Okay. Thank you for joining today's podcast.